What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and today, my friends, we're going to revisit the Fnatic Tekkz versus Msdossary matchup that just occurred, Foot Champions Cup number 4 in Paris, and many players and consumers and fans have been saying this is the best match that we've seen up to this point of competitive esports for FIFA 20. So I'm going to look at some of the key moments, mostly going to really analyze the goals, just because otherwise we'd be sitting here all day if I'm talking about all the intricacies with their gameplay. If there's anything in particular though that you want to know about, put that down below in the comments when I'm talking about skill moves, kind of reading the game, how to be aggressive, how to be passive, mixing and matching. And it's so important to keep your opponent guessing, and that's a big reason that people really appreciate this game so much, or this in particular matchup. It has everything. It's very complete top to bottom. Whether you're looking for skill moves, whether you're looking for goals, whether you're looking for comebacks, kind of encompasses everything. This is the first goal from Msdossary. The build-up play is immense. He's very patient, swinging side to side, which is something that we've come to get used to when you're dealing with top level or top flight FIFA. But his intricacies here. So you're going to see, and this is kind of traditional in FIFA 20, and a reason that a lot of games are low scoring, you've got so many defensive bodies that you have to go through. It's not only that they're defensive players in the vicinity of everything, and they're packing it in, but they're such high-rated players. You're dealing with the Ruud Gullits, the Vieiras, Virgil van Dijks. They're gifted and talented. Mbappe hits a 1-2. Pretty fair. When you're playing FIFA, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced player, major key is always going to be finding space on the wings and then resurfacing, being able to get it back into the middle of the pitch. Probably not so much with crossing. So Mbappe wins this manual matchup. So he's already cut inside. He's got a bit of an advantage here, which means you can attack that space. You could do a skill move. You've got the manual matchup. Key to success. Mbappe cuts inside. This is covered by Tekkz. This would have been the first option. Obviously, it's taken away. So now Msdossary is trying to pinpoint, well, where is the space going to open up? Ronaldo checks back. De Jong with a 1-2. Now you've got Ronaldo for a straight lane here. So you're going to see a 1-2 with Mbappe. And just a beautiful back heel. And the finish might even be more impressive. First time you see the celebration. Hand slap Msdossary. And Levinkin over there. Coach Lev. 1-0. We're in the second leg. Fnatic Tekkz, pretty typical here. Vieira switches the pitch. We saw a lot of Vieira playing as a center back. Alexander-Arnold as a fullback can do absolutely everything. Remember, team of the year foot item. And this is classic Tekkz. So at this point, when he gets the ball with Alexander-Arnold, he already knows that he has a man that's wide open. So you've got Fnatic Tekkz, Alexander-Arnold. You've got Msdossary's defensive player here, who's kind of out of position. The back line, everybody's onside. He's sending him. He's already sending him on a run right now. That's why I tell you on the radar, because he knows he's going to hit. It's going to be a threaded through ball into space. Waits for it, threaded through ball into space. You've got Ronaldo in a one-on-one matchup. Always going to be a big key. I'm going to stress this time and time again. So in this position, you can either attack this space, or you're going to often see a drag back or maybe a body feint. You're going to try to use the defender's natural chase back direction, basically, and then you're going to flip back this way. In this case, though, Ronaldo attacks the space. Also very strong. Should beat the majority of fullbacks or center mids if it's a 50-50 in terms of a bump and grind. Ronaldo's there. There's the bump and grind. You see the fake shot attacking that space. Very common. Running fake shot. Anyone can do it. Highly recommended. Highly effective in FIFA 20. And if you have questions about any skill moves, put that in the comments. Attacks it. You got Ronaldo here. We get the player switch to one of the center backs now. And now Tekkz has to make a decision. It's about a 50-50. He does a typical stop and pop fake shot, which means you do a fake shot and you don't choose an exit direction. And another skill move that's universal. Anyone can do this. It's actually poor defending from Msdossary. Kind of gets caught out on a player switch, so he just walks forward. And at this point, this is where we know it's good to go. R9 finding a little pocket of space, which he should do. Any striker should be able to do that. Tekkz has now beat this man, and then Virgil's in no man's land. He's just not really taking away anything, so you've got this easy gap for a layoff. Pretty simple gap for a layoff, and R9's going to tap it in. Really, really easy goal. Can't miss from there, and you have your equalizer. Not so much of a celebration. And you could make an easy argument that Tekkz deserved to win this game if you watch some of the overtime misses and just opportunities in general. Over 2 legs, it's 1-1 after 90 minutes in both of those games. So now we're going to extra time. And that's where people bring up the argument that we have an issue with the game being too defensive or too assisted, or the AI helps too much. You got to overload ball side. And I know EA's trying to make shifts. And something that is tricky is if you change one thing, you always change something else in the game. Every time we've had patches over the years, what I want to see fixed is never solely fixed. It's never, hey, they took away this. It always has a counteract to whatever adjustments they made, as if there's a consequence for their actions, which makes sense, but it's still kind of annoying from a consumer end, because as a FIFA enthusiast, you want to see the game shift or the issues fixed, where you almost just say, this is done now. All right, we don't have to deal with the AI defending the same way. All right, we don't have to deal with the overload ball side. We don't have to deal with the chase back. We don't have to deal with people parking the bus. But whenever EA shifts one of those facets of the game, it always affects something else as well. That's what I was trying to say. But if two of the better attacking players, the very balanced players, aren't able to score goals, that's an issue. Goal numero dos. Fnatic Tekkz switching the pitch. Very underrated with how good he's used his wingbacks basically since coming into the competitive scene. Always been really, really skillful. And that's a lovely skill, by the way. Just on a side note, you've got Cristiano, and he uses the step over because you don't have to choose an exit direction immediately. So it allows him to look at the defender and then react. And it's just really, really smooth. I want to run that back, actually. So on the rewind, Ruud Gullit switches the pitch. Alexander-Arnold takes it down. And then Ronaldo's got that space. He's going to find Ronaldo here. De Jong, Alexander, here we go. 50-50. Does the step over. He's watching this man. So it's a matter of, do you think he's going to cut back? Or do you think there's going to be an option up here? And he kind of baits him. Beats him in the one-on-one. You get that terrible chase back animation. Top of the box. Drops it off. And you don't notice this if you're not maybe a competitive player. This is a much better goal than it might even seem at first glance. Even though it's really good here, you've got that build up. Remember, attacks the space. But what I want to showcase is once he gets to the top here, he doesn't shoot. Also doesn't panic, doesn't rush. He knows that R9 is going to be his main target. He's just got to create a lane of space. But when R9 gets the ball, he doesn't immediately shoot. He doesn't rush the chance. It's called composure. Right there, that little touch, that little key touch, shakes Virgil van Dijk, slightly overplays, slightly out of position, and this is a bread and butter zone. Every single striker in the world should be converting from here. Boom, count it. He's up 2-1. Harry celebrates. Tekkz is feeling good about himself, as you should be. You definitely earned it. This is not the only missed chance in this game, but this is where you really feel for Fnatic Tekkz. He's in the second portion of extra time. And this is how FIFA could be, man. There's definitely some RNG and some luck involved at times. You've got R9. A bit of a 50-50 here. So, in this defensive position, Msdossary has to decide, am I going to try to take this away, or am I going to take away the Messi pass? Which one is the most dangerous option, or even the switch? What do I want to do defensively? He's going to use the fake shot, catches him out, gets ahead of him. And from here, with someone with 99 finishing, he's going to go across the body. And I really wish that we could have seen the replay. I would like to know how Tekkz was aiming. And I'm not saying he aimed anything incorrectly. FIFA hits the post all the time. I think it's very common in FIFA. Hits the post. Oh, the inside of the post too. And that would have been GG's. And you actually see a rare moment here where Msdossary panics a little bit. Makes a mistake out of the back. There's the mistake. And I can't believe this doesn't work, because I believe this is perfectly timed. And yes, we have seen a patch that has reduced the effectiveness of being able to ball roll the goalkeeper. But still, I just believe this is timed perfectly. Ronaldo lays it out there. It's a bit of a 50-50. Alisson off his line. Messi, that's it. Oh! And Alisson gets to it. And then, of course, when you miss chances or when you're unlucky, it not only motivates your opposition, and you're also dealing with a champion here, champion's pedigree. So you see the switch of the pitch. You also feel like hard done by the game. Sometimes you lose a little bit of focus. I feel like that could be a mix here, because he had two chances to close it out. Messi, build up Zidane. What a tackle. What a tackle. Wow, I forgot about that. That's so crazy. So you've got the initial switch from Msdossary. Takes it down. Zambrata, so much space to work with Messi. Gives it to Messi. Players are tracking back. No doubt about it. Zidane to Messi to Eusebio. You thought this was going to be the goal, actually. I still can't believe this didn't go in. What a tackle. And that's a manual tackle as well from Virgil van Dijk. So what I mean by that, you can see that Tekkz is controlling Virgil van Dijk, and he takes a chance here. He goes for the slide tackle. Huge chance, and what a challenge that is. And you thought that was going to be enough. I really thought that was game over. did. Uncharacteristic mistake. FIFA punishes you for mistakes. Vieira, it just feels unlucky there. The whole portion of that build-up. You've got the initial mistake here. And I want to reiterate that FIFA always punishes you for mistakes, or at least it feels that way. Zambrata, Ruud Gullit. And right here, Vieira steps, man. He's got to keep possession here. Really hard done by this poor touch afterward, which leads to Eusebio in the right place. Lays it off to Zidane. This is the 116th minute. 5-star weak foot, across the body, all power, 2-all. And penalty kicks were kind of a mess in this matchup. It's more about the little intricacies, though, the reading of the game when we look at some of these goals. The fine details, the build-up play, the decision-making, how to try to close out a match, you name it. Penalty kicks to start. I would love to know what Tekkz was saying to Harry. Down the middle, converts. Big save to start for Tekkz. Man, that's weird. What's going on there? That hits the post, I believe. I'm not used to seeing that miss. Especially not from someone like Tekkz. Yeah. Mbappe here. Mbappe hits the post. Ugh. It starts to make you think about it too if you're Tekkz. Another big save. And on penalty kicks, a lot of times you're going to see players use the goalkeeper and step a little bit to the left or the right and then dive across because it maximizes your ability to make the save. Let's say that Alisson is standing here and he dives this way. He might be able to block the middle and the right side of the goal all in one. Unless it's directly in the corner with power or something like that. That's why you're going to see that technique. Oof. Big save. Then down the middle, it's all even here. And at this point, too, it's still anyone's game. It doesn't feel as if there's been a shift. Tekkz missed the goal once, but he hasn't done that multiple times yet. That's where it's weird. That's where it's weird. Right there, that's a very clear miss. And I'm so surprised. I mean, penalties are penalties, but I'm just so surprised. Oh, that's got to be in your head a little bit, too. Oof. Msdossary takes the lead. Ruud Gullit converts. So Ruud Gullit steps. So right now, Alisson is stepping to the left, but he's going to dive to the right, and then Msdossary is going to go down the middle, and it's going to make a save. So it can cover kind of a 2-for-1. Oof. Crazy ending. Everybody trying to go down the middle. God, not even close. Not even close. Just shocking when you watch these penalties back. There's some really good ones, and then there's other margins for error that you're just not used to seeing. And it's hard for me to say someone like Fnatic, Tekkz, or even Msdossary. Either of those guys get big or get nervous on a big stage. I just don't believe it. And he converts. Game over. A lot of replay value if you watch this top to bottom. It felt like there really shouldn't have been a winner and a loser in the match. It's easy to make an argument for Fnatic Tekkz to have gone on and got the W, but we've seen that in FIFA time and time again, where the post decides games, how you deal with some of those moments of good fortune or terrible fortune, the back and forth, the slide tackle from Virgil van Dijk, and many more. So if you haven't seen that matchup, I'll link it down below. You should definitely watch it. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like on the channel. It's free to subscribe, and I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.